Yo, what's up guys, Xierdan here, and today I'm recording another video about some things on Xbox. This can be related to any game that you're playing. I will also talk a little bit more specifically about Apex because that's the game I've been playing the most. But again, this should apply, a lot of these stuff it talked about in this video will apply to any game that you're playing online. You can do a lot of this with Xbox, you can do a lot of this with PS4, and you can do a lot of this with PC. For this case, I'll be showing you Xbox and PC specifically. I do not have a PS4 or PS5, but I know there are ways of doing this because I was watching a lot of different videos on how to do these different things. I have this up right at the beginning of the video, so if you guys want to screenshot this and leave, that's fine, because if you already know how to change your DNS on Xbox, here are, I don't know how many this is like 20? But anyway, I have like this amount of different recommendations, depending on where you are at. What you can do is you can actually look up these titles. So for instance, alternate DNS, and then just look up, go on a website like DNS Perf or DNS Optimizer. And what you can do is you can actually look and put in the DNS, and then it'll tell you how your computer is connecting to that DNS specifically. So what you could do is if you have a computer, or if you want, you could do it on a family member in the household's computer, a laptop. Go ahead and put these in on a DNS perf, etc. first, and then another DNS testing website. There's plenty of them out there, they're all free. And then what you can do is input that, test a bunch of these out, and then on the PC, and then go over to your Xbox and then test out, like, let's say like the top 2 or top 3, just because obviously there's going to be different results based on your computer, its hardware, and also the way it's connected, either via Ethernet cable or with Wi-Fi, and then maybe your Xbox is wired and your PC is wireless, or vice versa. And then also, just because one is a game console and one is a PC, different DNSs will behave a little bit differently. So I would say first go on a computer if you can, any sort of computer, laptop, test all of these out. You'll even find some other ones on our website. I just tried to pick the most common ones, and then once you find like kind of like a top 3, top 2, go on the Xbox. And the reason why I say that is because it's much quicker to test on the PC than it is on the Xbox. Because to test these kind of things on the Xbox, you're going to have to, which I will show you, going to have to go on the Xbox, change it, and then you're going to have to go into a game, and then go hop onto a server, and then get into a match, and then see what your ping is like. But the whole idea is obviously to reduce your latency and potentially improve your download speed and upload speed. So again, if you haven't already, screenshot these and you can go through and test them. The reason why there's 2 is because you're always going to be asked for a primary DNS and a secondary DNS. So what you want to do is, if you want to test alternate DNS, or let's say you already tested and alternate DNS is the one for you, or one of the top 2, put this in for the primary on the console, and then you put that in for the secondary. Then you're good to go. So then what you're going to want to do is, once you've kind of done the PC portion, you can actually go onto your computer, your console. And so like on your Xbox console, I'm just going to put out Apex because I'm done playing at the moment. And then you're going to go RB all the way to the settings, and you're going to go into settings, go into your network settings. I am going to put up a thing on my screen real quick, so that way you guys obviously are not going to be seeing my thing. Give me 1 second. I am going to just do this, and then we should be good. So you're going to go into advanced settings, and then you're going to see all your connection data there. What we're going to be changing is the DNS settings, just like I showed you guys on the PC. And all you need to do is go to your DNS settings, and then you're going to hit manual. And then what you're going to do there is go ahead and hit manual, and then you're going to just change this to whatever you want. The past few days I've been trying out Google's, and so far it's been pretty good. A little bit inconsistent for me. This is someone living in Columbus, Ohio, and I have Huawei internet. But anyway, it has been, I expected it to be a little bit better, but Cloudflare was so good for me that I guess my expectations got a little high. But if you are in like Columbus, Ohio, or in the Midwest, Cloudflare, Google, and Level 3 have been the 3 highest I have tested so far. But I haven't done extensive testing on the consoles yet with a lot of these. Mainly these were the PC tests that I got done. But anyway, you're just going to input, for Google it's 888, and then it'll ask you to input the secondary DNS. And then once you do that, your DNS settings will change, and then you can then go to your alternate MAC address, and all you're going to want to do is click A and click clear. And that's basically just going to help the MAC address and the DNS agree and change, and then it'll ask you to restart your console. So go ahead and do that. Then once you restart your console, sometimes it will allow you to wait. And if you can do that, because then you can go to alternate port selection, and then all you're going to do is not make a custom port. You can mess with that if you want to, but I'm not going to recommend this. This is quite quick to do. Just go to your alternate port selection, and then from the options that you have, I think there's like 5 of them, just pick the bottom option. And that normally, the reason why you do that is because after like some research that I've done, normally the bottom port is least used, so it is going to help speed up traffic. Meanwhile, the one that's automatically assigned to you is normally a little bit more used. Might help, sometimes it doesn't, but again, between the DNS change, the MAC address, make sure you're clearing that, and then the port selection should result in some actual impact that you can notice. Then of course, it's going to ask you to restart your connection, so you can kind of do that. Now, the only other thing that I recommend that you do is on power mode in the startup, put on energy mode, energy saving, because that's gonna make sure your Xbox completely powers off each session. That way it's running fresh each time you come back to it. If you want, you can put on instant on, and then just make sure, like, maybe once every couple of days, maybe every 3 days, depending on how often you're on the console, or when you notice, you know what, the FPS is a little bit lower than it normally is, then, maybe just do a restart of your console, and all you have to do is just go down to the bottom and restart now. So if you want to have instant on, so that way you guys have downloads, you can make sure you download a game while you're at work when it comes out, and then it's already downloaded when you get home through the Xbox app. Again, I understand that, so go ahead, keep instant on, and then you can just restart your console every once in a while. I would say at least once a week to keep it running nice. I just have switched to energy saving. I don't do any like downloading things, so it's not too big of a deal. If I need to update game, I'll just come home from work and then update it while I'm eating lunch and showering and stuff like that. Luckily, I have fast enough internet. I know not everyone would be able to do that and like be happy with that. So again, if you want instant on, I understand that. Then the last thing you can do is go to your where is it? This one I forgot where it's at, but it's the persistent, I think, oh yeah, Blu-ray. Go to device input and then persistent storage, and all you want to do is maybe clear this maybe once a month. This will help things run a little bit smoother on your Xbox. And then the last tip, which obviously most of everyone's going to know this, just make sure you're deleting games so you don't play anymore off your system. Try to keep your console, the internal storage, below about 80% full, and you'll keep things running pretty crisp. But anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I covered a few different things. I tried to cover a few things that I've seen in multiple videos and put them all into one video, especially at the beginning. Just take a screenshot of those DNSs, try different ones out, see what works best for you. This is all you have to do. You don't have to do anything in game. All you have to do in game is obviously hop into a game and see how the connection is. Different games, maybe different DNSs might work better. For instance, I play on the Virginia 1 and 2 data centers on Apex, and for those data centers, a different DNS server might be better for them than, for instance, a COD server. You might be connecting to like a Chicago COD server. So obviously Chicago from Ohio is this way, and then Ohio to Virginia. It's got the complete opposite direction. So you never know. Go ahead and have a test. See where your game centers are for which games you're playing, or data centers are for the games you're playing, and then also, you know, see where you're at and where the DNS server that you're connecting to is located or routed through. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.